Perfectionism is not about excellence. It is about terror. And you have convinced yourself the terror is productivity. You are not a high achiever with standards. You are someone who has outsourced their entire sense of safety to whether or not a spreadsheet has typos. There is a difference. The difference is, you are never okay. Let me tell you what perfectionism actually is psychologically. It is a defense mechanism, not a personality trait, not a work ethic, a defense. Specifically, it is preemptive shame management. You are trying to be so flawless that no one can criticize you, because if they do, you will collapse. So you never stop polishing. You never stop checking. You never stop white-knuckling your way through tasks that should take 20 minutes but somehow consume 4 hours because what if you missed something? You are not aiming for perfect. You are aiming for safe. And perfect is the only thing that feels like it might protect you from being seen as inadequate. Except it does not. It just makes you exhausting to be around and exhausted to be. Where does this come from? Conditional approval. Somewhere early on, you learned that your value was tied to your performance. Maybe your parents only lit up when you brought home the A. Maybe love felt like a performance review. Maybe you were praised for being so responsible and so mature, and you became the child who never caused problems, because problems meant you were the problem. So you became perfect, or tried to. And it worked, for a while, until it did not. Because perfectionism is a loan with infinite interest. You can never pay it off. And now you are an adult running the same program. Except the stakes feel higher. The margin for error feels non-existent, and you have turned every single thing you do into an audition for your own self-worth. Here is what it is costing you. Time, obviously, but also connection. Because perfectionists do not collaborate, they control. You do not delegate because no one will do it right. You do not ask for help because that is admitting you are not capable. You do not share rough drafts or half-formed ideas because those feel like showing people your bones before you have skin on. So you do everything alone. You do it slowly. You do it exhaustively. And then you resent people for not appreciating how hard you worked, even though they have no idea you just spent 6 hours on something that needed 30 minutes. And the worst part? You are not even enjoying the result. Because perfectionism does not let you feel proud. It lets you feel relieved, briefly, until the next task shows up and the cycle starts again. You are grinding yourself into dust for a feeling you will never actually experience. So what do? You stop trying to be perfect, and you start trying to be complete. Done is better than flawless. Good enough is better than never finished. And sometimes, brace yourself, mediocre is better than nothing. This is not about lowering your standards. It is about reassigning your effort. Not everything deserves an A+. Some things deserve a solid B. Some things deserve a "this will do." And your brain will scream at you that this is failure, that this is lazy, that this is how you lose everything. Your brain is lying. Your brain thinks you are still that child trying to earn safety. You are not. You are an adult. And you can choose what gets your full effort and what gets your good enough effort. That is called discernment. Perfectionists do not have it. They just have panic. And if you want more scripts on why your coping mechanisms are actually just expensive problems, subscribe. I will keep making these until one of us feels better. Perfectionism will never love you back. It will never say you did enough. It will never let you rest. So stop waiting for permission to be imperfect, and just be a person who sometimes does things badly and lives anyway. You will survive it. Probably better than you are surviving this.